1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
Or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Alright. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Friday, November 6th, 2020. COVID. Still don't know who the president is going to be, but it is leaning towards Biden. Biden. Harris. This happening. Harris is this. Oh! In the name of the Father, the Mother, and the Holy Thing. Whoever becomes the president, make this place happy again. A lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Not going to worry about that election stuff because we're not going to have an answer. Biden is getting ready to announce that he is going to be the president-elect. Numbers pointing my way. Going to have a dark winner. Yahoo! Got that creepy side smile. I'm going to be the president-elect. And then it stops. It goes away. Had a little twitch, a little itch. That is like snake oil salesman smile. Ma'am, talk to you today. I've got here a wonderful vacuum cleaner. It'll suck the environment right out of your home. Assets, they'll be gone. I can't believe this is happening. It is what it is. It is what it is. I want to talk about shadow people tonight. Only because earlier today on the Alien Addict show, which is Alien Addict, Dark Hour Space Paranormal was there with me. Dark Hour Paranormal, DHP. It was funny, I forgot your name today because because you have three of them. First, middle, DHP. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm second guessing myself, and I just went blank, and that guy there, DHP. I was like Biden. You know the thing, guy over there. I had a Biden moment. Forget about it. Got the old Chewy cup today. Nothing but the best when he bites you in your chest. Chewy. Yeah. I got that thing over there, the Chewy horn. We got Chewy horn. So yeah, shadow people. We were talking about our aliens and demons. Pretty much the same thing. How do we know? I don't think we can know. How? And the reason you can't, because it's almost impossible to duplicate the evidence. So you may go down there and get a cold spot near the stairs. But, next time you come over, there'll be a cold spot in the kitchen. And the next time you go over after that, you may not run into the cold spot. This is why it's so hard to be a paranormal investigator. Whether it be UFOs, we know how hard that is. Or spiritual, ghostly, apparition-y, that type of stuff. Throw in Bigfoot. I don't give a shit. Bigfoot can go in there. He deserves it. He's a good foot. Good foot. Bigfoot. Hey ho, whoa, roll call. Hey, Coraline in the TV set. First one through the door and she never left. Rick's Realm, because 2 R's are better than 1. GameVet02, how do you do? Brett Lewis, LEW, not OU. B Baker, B Baker's dozen, because 2 B's are better than 1. Dark Hour Space Paranormal, Dark Hour Paranormal. Wreakin' Havoc 215, Wreakin' Havoc 215. Tina, hi Sola. I see ya. Sorry, I just can't. I don't know why I even did it. We'll come up with a new one. Great Lakes Sasquatch, Captain Spaulding, not the ball. Stu Gerson, I see you, lad. Oh, you should strike me for calling you lad. Welcome to the show. Offworld, Adam, welcome to the show. RC Christian, one of the best names you could have in this business. Right there. Yeah, one of the best. You know why. Stuart Blodwell, not Blodswell. Sorry about that. And John Bruno, JB in the house. Welcome back. Who else we got here? Chunk Sloth. I think, is this first time? I don't know if I remember. Because I get Chunky, Chunks, Charles. I mean, there's so many chunks that come into this place. Mario Heat. Yes, it is. Luna Sparkles Uno. Welcome to the show. All right, let's get to the show. JC, I see you there. And that's it. All right. If I missed you, I'm sorry. We can't do this all year. Fanatic Art Studio. Madonna mia. I can't believe I said that correctly the first time. Welcome to the show. I don't think I've ever seen you here. So hopefully we can keep you around. Cuppy, how are you? Welcome to the show. Sally Mon. Come, Mr. Sallyman, tally me a UFO. That was pretty good. Yeah, that should go right there in the top 10 goof on hits. Mark that down right there. Sallyman. Can you hear this outside? This guy with this car? On a Friday night. It's 8 o'clock! You can tell I'm old, right? I can't believe somebody thought I was like in my 60s. My voice sound like I'm in the 60s? I still hear myself as an 18-year-old lad. Well, do you hear this? I don't think you can, because I think this microphone blocks out a lot of stuff. So a Slovakian company, just to roll into the show here. Yeah, it was a pretty good segue just to roll in. You'll see why. Because there is a company in Slovakia that took a flying car out for a test. I'm not sure if this came from B. Baker, but we'll go with that for now. Check this out. This is pretty good. It's not gonna happen. You just can't have cars flying around. If it's made by man, it'll fall and break on top of man. You're gonna have a terror attack. They'll hit your flying freeway with an EMP. Cars will fall out of the sky like dead birds. Come on. Hey, Doc, don't think you have enough room to get it up to 88 feet.
It's okay, Marty.
You built a flying machine out of a Toyota?
That's because I had to generate the 1.1.
You did what, Doc?
Marty! You will disrupt the space-time continuum, Marty.
Wow, that's heavy, Doc. Well, anyway, this is the flying car. What do you think? Yay, nay? I think it's too cumbersome. They had a flying car that came out, about 5-10 years ago, right? It kind of folded up and everything. That was a car. I don't know what they're doing with this big monstrosity. It might as well be a bus. Yeah, I'm taking the car out for a fly. Can't fit this thing in the garage. Guys want to wash their car in front of the neighborhood. We want to fly them, yes, but it's got a propeller on it. I don't want a propeller on my flying car. Right? Don't make the car with that stupid propeller. What's that thing doing anyway? Stabilization. Oh, well, try to figure it out without it. Come back to me when you're done. A flying car with a propeller, you might as well just call it a plane / could be a car. I'm very disappointed in the Slovaks. I was intrigued for a moment. It was that clickbait title. That's what it was. Is anybody impressed by this? I mean, is anybody impressed by this? Yay! I'm not impressed. I don't know why. I think we should have hoverboards. I think we should be zipping around on those things without a propeller. It would be hard to ride on a hoverboard, I would think. Marty did pretty good. He did wipe out that one time and then crashed into a person, right? Oh, no, that's right. He jumped off of it because he was on top of the water. You can't take a hoverboard on water unless you've got power. The pit bull. Lock on. He tried to murder Marty McFly in part 2. Biff. Remember when he stole the almanac? How he stole that is the dumbest way I've ever seen anybody get away with stealing a DeLorean 80 feet away. And you're like, that can't be my car. Goes back in the past, spends some time with his kid, comes back, breaks the tip of the cane off in the car. You know the movie. And Doc doesn't say anything when he gets in there. He felt that thing in there the first second, but he waited until it was relevant. How did he get the book back to himself? Because Biff was in the DeLorean. Huh? Somehow he got the car and the tip of his cane. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. Well, it's all in the past. You mean the future. Whatever. I know that movie well. It's not time for Back to the Future 2. Didn't we do Back to the Future 2? I did Back to the Future 2, right? Yeah, I can't do it. Nope. Never doing it again. Nah, I'm not going to go politics. I really wanted to. So I have a lot of stuff to go over, and I'm getting a little confused. I'm having a Biden. See what I did? I'm having a Biden. This is so weird. Okay, here it is. So this is a really weird UFO caught on or something caught on camera. It was on Reddit. So I'm going to keep it this size. Okay? Wait a second. Now, I'm glad. See, I caught that there. Almost didn't work out for us. It may be a little small. Right? Damn it. There's got to be a big. Hold on. This it? Nah, you can see it. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Does it, could it be somebody wearing aluminum foil? Huh? You know? Is declared by Jaime Nun Becerra Testicle. It looks like there's somebody. Doesn't, oh, your mother's knuckles. Doesn't it look like somebody's in this thing? Oh, maybe it's a big balloon. Oh, Luis, you may go a lot of balloons. Maybe it is. If that. La cucaracha. That is sentido. Yeah. Oh no, F. Ah, yes, silly, oh boy. English. All right, you can read it. And internally, they closed the door. Ah, son of a. Okay, here's what is this? A different angle of it. It's supposed to give us the. Was that a super chat? Oh, did you hear my voice? Yeah, it's a little messed up still. Hey, thanks, Chad Benson. What's going on, my guy? Let me tell you something, brother. Not much. Just doing the show. Appreciate it. $20. That is pretty creepy over my left. See, now when I'm looking at it, it's my left, but it isn't, and it's backwards, so it's this shoulder. It's weird. It looks like he's really in the room with me. Thank you so much, my guy. I still don't know how to say my guy. What's going on, my guy? You take care, my guy. Hey, my guy. My guy? My guy. It sounds like you speak in Vietnamese. My guy. King Kai. Oh. Ching Kao. My guy. I think we're figuring out language. Thank you very much for the $20 super chat, my guy. See what he did? You get me going on those rants. No, that was very nice. Rich just realized he could buy... Yeah, I could buy legal... Well, I already have a card. But I could now enjoy it anywhere I want. Right? Recreational. I can go outside, smoke up. I don't like doing that. And I don't think a lot of people who smoke weed like to smoke out in public anyway. People like chilling out. Well, it depends on the weed. Depends on the time of day. There's a whole lot of variables I know that go into it. Forgive me for even mentioning it. I was wrong to begin with. I don't know what this thing is that's floating around. I read it. I can't believe it. Look at this thing. See, to me that looks like a reflection. There's something wrong with this. That looks like they got a reflection off of a reflection. Mugu Gai Pan. Right, Brett Lewis. That's what I was trying to think of. Mugu Gai Pan. Oh no, you remember what it looked like behind the screen? Right? Sure you do. It was only a couple of weeks ago, right? Where are we going? What are you doing? Why? You gonna go do that here? There we go. Just a couple of weeks ago. Let's see. Was it this? Let's go back to this. This is what it used to look like.
And I had a... I
See?
don't know. I reset. I don't know what
Still
I did.
looks like
I
that.
just took it off the wall and then plugged it back in with new battery.
For the most part.
Like blue chicken. I know blue chicken.
Right? A lot of stuff going on. It looks exactly the same. Just the lights are off now so you don't see them. You know? Little history behind Goofon. Hey, Goofon. And this is now a little different show. Right? I kind of like this one. I don't know why. Yeah, I like it. I kind of like it. You can do a lot with it. Like when we have the magic 8 ball, it kind of sets the mood. My favorite one, and I'm going to put it on for a little bit, is this one. For some reason, the Stranger Things, I had it on today for Alien Addict, and it worked well. Still does. Alien Addict show was great today. If you haven't checked out the interview, we did it, 2 o'clock my time. We went for just over 2 hours. God, it went by fast. Dark Hour Paranormal, myself, and Alien Addict. That's who was on. We got deep on that, man. Dark Hour Paranormal knew some stuff. I was like, that was really good what he just said. I understood what he said, but I didn't know it until he said it, that I realized I know it, but I wouldn't know how to verbalize it that way. Really knew your shit. It's freaking awesome. I like when things like that happen, because it's not often you can you get shocked like that or impressed. All right, so let's pull... what about... There was something else. Hold on. I have so much to talk about. We'll start moving along here in a... All right, I think... This is the other one. Okay, well, I think I'm just going to open them up. I think I can. This guy... And you're going to have to pay attention to this one. It's not easy to see unless... Here, just watch. There's going to be stuff lighting up over here. You can see the flashing now, but you'll see. It's pretty interesting. This was also on Reddit. Normally I would be like, all right, nothing. But once we get to this point, here we go. You'll see some activity over here now. I've seen this before, 2 times. Got it on tape. One time it went semi-viral on UFO casebook. It's like 100,000 people went there to watch it because I captured these lights that were blinking like this, but they were moving. And you could see me saying, there's 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 lights. This is unbelievable. It was pretty cool. I don't know what it is. There have been people who have videotaped these balls, right? People who videotaped these balls. And I think the lady's name was Dorothy something or another. Her name was Dorothy. I can't remember her name. But she used to see lights out in the distance that kind of looked like this ball here. And every time she would take a photo, there would be these crazy lines running through the photos. And they did an analysis on them. I think Kodak they sealed up the camera. She couldn't fake anything if she wanted to. She took photos of the UFOs. They analyzed the film. Yep, there were those streaks again. She had a witness that went over there to debunk it. He saw it, couldn't believe what he saw. There was a low humming noise with it. I think that's what this is. I think this is some sort of craft. And I don't know what this lady captured. We talked about it on the show before. But those pictures are phenomenal. She was on Unsolved Mysteries. Dorothy Kaleidoscope? Yeah, something. I don't know. Pretty cool sighting. I don't know what it means. Maybe they're charging up. Here's a sighting. Let's do this one. Oh, we already did this. All right. So I'm going to get I feel hot air being blown on by the air conditioner. All right. I was afraid it was just all hot air. I think it was 90 today. Now, tomorrow it's only going to be 92. It's going to be 71 tomorrow and then in the 60s all next week. We're finally into winter in Arizona. It was 95 yesterday. 95. It's going to be a dark winter. Yeah. That's what they all say. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Pelosi spoke. Oh, boy. I'm getting dragged into this. I got no dragging. Terence McKenna. Very interesting person. I found this audio clip where he speaks about shamanic approaches to the UFO. Even he was studying that stuff. Well, that's what he did. Pretty interesting. If you don't know him, I'm going to play a little bit here. Oh, man, this is unbelievable. I only heard this once before. Till today. That's how important this is in history. No, it's not really that important. All right. Well, I thought it would be.
College, he stressed the absurdity that seems to attend the contact experience. That if the contactee will truly tell the unvarnished truth, then there will be elements in the story which will make the contactee look like a moron. In other words, the invalidation.
That's a shame what he just said, right? If they tell the untarnished truth, be so truthful, no matter what, they think you're crazy. God, why would people think that, man? Why can't they just believe that this shit's happening? It's weird.
The experience.
It's going to be Democrats.
Is an inimical part of its structure. Almost as though the entities were saying, well, you may tell this story if you wish, but if you tell it truthfully, you'll be taken for a fool. Well, there's nothing wrong with being taken for a fool, except that it does seal the phenomenon rather nicely away from the very sober ladies and gentlemen who are making their careers in some branch of science. They are not interested in investigating the kinky, the anecdotal, the possibly pathological.
Right. Why would a scientist, a person who wants to study science and not something that has hard to find evidence? Yeah, that's not what scientists grow up thinking they're going to be. I think what has to happen if you are a scientist, you would have to get established or be in the field for maybe a minimum 10 years. But you study UFOs on the side, I don't know, whatever you want to do in private. And then maybe after being a decade as a scientist, you're accomplished. Maybe you made some discoveries, but whatever, you wrote something that meant something. People would start taking you and the UFO community a little more seriously. As long as you're on the up and up. That's what scares me. People are people. Oh, what do you mean? I can make more money talking about UFOs than being a scientist? Interesting. You can see it.
In preparation for this conference, I reread Carl Jung's book published in 1954 called Flying Saucers, A Modern Myth of Things Seen in the Sky. And to my mind, no one has really gone beyond Jung. He understood very clearly that saying that something is a denizen of the psychic realm no way precludes its also having efficacious force in the physical realm through the phenomenon which he called synchronicity.
Do you see you see what's happening? Do you see? I mean, but I'm talking about now. What's happening? That's what's happening. Everybody seems to be practicing this side, I guess, of research to try to speak with them. I don't know, right? Isn't that what it is? He talked about this a long, long time ago, right? I want to take a look at something real quick. Especially if some of you are wondering as well. I want to see something about Terence McKenna. Okay, it's over here. All right. Here we go. Terence. All right. What is it? McKenna? Here it is. That's what I thought. Yeah, he died in 2000. A long time ago. 20 years. He was an American ethnobotanist, mystic, psychonaut, lecturer, author, and an advocate for the responsible use of naturally occurring psychedelic plants. He spoke and wrote about a variety of subjects, including psychedelic drugs, plant-based entheogens, shamanism, metaphysics, alchemy, language, philosophy, culture, technology, environmentalism, and the theoretical origins of human consciousness. He was called the Timothy Leary of the 90s, one of the leading authorities on the ontological foundations of shamanism, and the intellectual voice of rave culture. Ha! No way. I grew up with rave guys. Yeah, 90s. 90s were fun. McKenna formulated a novelty theory regarding the nature of time based on fractal patterns, which he claimed to discover in the Ching, and predicting a transition of consciousness in the year 2012, despite the pseudoscientific nature of novelty theory. Promotion of its ideas and its connection to the Maya calendar helped fuel widespread beliefs about 2012. What is that? Eschatology. My goodness. I should have read this first. Well, this guy was into psilocybin, I believe it is, right? Mushroom cultivating. Him and his brother Dennis developed a technique for cultivating psilocybin mushrooms using spores they brought to America from the Amazon. In '76, the brothers published what they had learned in the book Psilocybin Magic Mushrooms Grower's Guide under the pseudonyms OT, OSS, and ON. All right. They were the first to come up with a reliable method of cultivating psilocybin mushrooms at home. These guys were going, botanical dimensions, death, liberty, fire, and insect collection, oh my God. So he thought maybe it was possible you could talk to, or maybe he talked to the aliens. I can't remember. Using the psychedelics. That's what Joe Rogan hoped would happen when he took them. He said he met, in his mind, Joe Rogan, I guess what felt like a woman. Now, Joe Rogan has 3 daughters, I think, and a wife, so every person in his family, he's the only male. Maybe that's a psychological thing that he's living with. Who knows? I definitely would love to try that. I think I would die, though. I would love to try it. All right, another 30 seconds.
Some of the points which Jacques made today about the nature of the medical examinations that are reported, they are absurd. They are unnecessary to be performed at our level of technology, let alone any future, more advanced level that we might be asked to believe in. So if the UFO phenomena is something arising out of the superego of the human psychic organization, then we should ask why. What is it doing? And I don't want to sound like a public relations agent for Jacques Vallee, but to my mind, with the exception of Jung, Jacques is the only commentator on the phenomenon who has really pushed the frontier back. To my mind, in The Invisible College, when Vallee says, in looking at the effect, not asking the question, what is it, but what does it do, you very quickly see what the flying saucers are doing. What they are doing is eroding faith in science. They are an antidote to the scientific paradigm that has evolved over the past 400 years and which has led us to the brink of global catastrophe.
What did he say? Did he say that UFO talk, the more we talk about, I'm paraphrasing obviously, but the more we start looking and believing in aliens, that is going to rip apart our faith in God? Come on, that was pretty important what he said. I got to figure this one out just one more time.
What's it doing? And I don't want to sound like a public relations agent for Jacques Vallee, but to my mind, with the exception of Jung, Jacques is the only commentator on the phenomenon who has really pushed the frontier back. To my mind, in The Invisible College, when Vallee says, in looking at the effect, not asking the question, what is it, but what does it do, you very quickly see what the flying saucers are doing. What they are doing is eroding faith in science. They are an antidote to the scientific paradigm that has evolved over the past 400 years and which has led us to the brink of global catastrophe.
How is it eroding science? I don't understand. I don't get it, guys. How does studying UFOs erode science? I'm confused. Doesn't it enhance the science? Oh, I gotta rethink this guy over, man. I'm gonna have to talk about this guy some other time. That's a rabbit hole I'm not willing to go down right now. But that is just that's weird. That's a weird thing to say. Anyway, he took a lot of drugs. Hey, that's not fair, I know. COVID. So I saw this 2 days ago. I didn't know if I wanted to talk about it, but here we are. Let me pull it over so you can see it. See it? No? Here we go. Yeah, if you can see it, that's good. What is the common opinion among the UFO community on stand, Roman neck. I wrote a little bit ago, it says just now, but it used to be, he's a pedophile, hoaxing UFOs and aliens, narcissistic freak. Should be castrated along with his wife, Lisa. In my opinion, she knew about his pedophilia ways, and she said nothing about it. As a matter of fact, the computer Stan used wasn't called a computer. It was called a porn machine for children. He's sick and should remain in prison. That's just what I wrote. Somebody else said fraud. That was Arma Sursi. Here's from Big West Price 07. For those wondering why people think he is a fraud, he is someone looking to make a buck off scamming people through lies, fraud, plagiarism. It also happens to be someone that's very sick. Yeah, this guy got it. He hoaxed pictures, videos, sells story to media. He also created a company called Starseed LLC, trademarked his video and pictures, and promoted his story to profit, including $70 tickets to hear him lecture and see his video. And that led to the documentary about alien encounters. And he was shopping movie rights to have a Fire in the Sky style movie show his story before his arrest. That's a sad story. You don't like to see that. You know what I mean? What'd I say, JC? What'd I say? Brett Lewis deleted his Twitter account today. He banned them from his world. Good for you. Good for you, man. That's right. All right, next. All right, then. Just never ends. Never. Okay. Oh, this is a great one. Good question for everybody out there. I bet half of you get it wrong. Here it is. You can't see it yet. My eyes are going crazy right now. I can't seem to focus. It's like they're sticky. I'll put on the shades maybe. Here we go. Is question ask Why does no one, whoever that may be, I don't know who no one is, but I know anyone. Why does no one with a telescope ever spot a UFO? Does anybody know the answer to that question? Anybody know the question to that answer? Does anybody want to answer that question? Why does no one with a telescope ever spot a UFO? Anybody want to answer that one? Why does no one, whoever that may be? Oh, Alex, whoa, what happened over there? What's going on? Why does UFO disclosure community bring out such creeps? Or is it inherent cause it's still fringe? No, it does. It does, my friend. Unfortunately, they're everywhere. In every corner of the world, every hobby, everything. These people are everywhere. And they get the loudest replies because they're saying something. Trying to be dramatic, it's not working. All right, let's see. People do look up UFO Digiscope. Bruce sees all. Then it's gonna. Stan was also a con artist. Nice, very good. He was watching from Scotland. Hey, Cornelius Doherty. Doherty. Eric 1883130. Hey, Lee G. John Bruno, what do you say, guys? All right, so Grandmaster UV, what's up? Captain Spaulding. So what are we doing here? Stan Romanek. What's racist? Oh, no. We got racist talking here. All right. Why does anyone with a telescope ever spot a UFO? The answer is because they're not on a broad spectrum. They're looking at a teensy-weensy piece. If you were to say how many pixels there are that make up the sky, let's say 20 trillion, they're looking at 2 out of 20 trillion. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Very small, very small. Less than a needle in a haystack. Just the tip of the needle in the haystack. That's why no one with the telescope will ever spot a UFO. They have, because they're looking up or whatever, and they're trying to see if the telescope is aiming in the right place. So it does happen, but interesting, right? Okay, next. Yeah. What time is it? Seems quiet. Something's going on. Something's wrong. Something is 100% wrong right now. I'm telling you, something is wrong. I never say that. It was as if there was no sound around me. There was no traffic outside. The clock I didn't hear ticking behind me. That was the first thing I listened for. That was freaky. All right, next. I'm telling you, they just took me, put me back in the chair. Nobody knew. All right, I got something really good to talk about here in a minute. Where are we going? It's almost time, I know. So there's a historical timeline linking Area 51 craft / UFOs to Egypt. Yep. I don't know if I want to go over this now. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot to go over. All right, let me see here. There's so much. I didn't realize it. I can go that version. I got a short version right here. Maybe I'll just do this. It says, thoughts on Jacques Vallee's control system hypothesis. Huh? The other one? Oh, we're going to do that? The historical timeline linking Area 51 craft to Egypt. It's been stated, almost off the cuff, by fairly reputable sources like Bob Lazar, that the craft at Area 51 are old, very old. That these craft were found in more of an archaeological manner rather than modern crash sites. So this is a timeline of events that would end with the craft in the U.S. at Area 51 based on real world historical references, and essentially implying that a lot of these events are the direct cause of or linked to the alien artifacts, quote unquote. Pre-2700 BC, first contact between humans and the aliens that would later be referred to as the various gods by the mythos of ancient Egyptians, the destruction of mankind, occurs. A war between humanity and Re, aka the god Ra, which eventually leads to the destruction of the primary center of humans and technology and the exodus of the alien gods. Timeline of these events is muddled, but most likely coincided with various cataclysmic events denoted by many cultures around 6,500 to 7,000 years ago. So, grain of salt, maybe a little bit. So between 2686 and 2494 BC, Ra, or Re, R-E, alien artifacts are possibly used by the ancient Egyptians to aid in the construction of the pyramids in some limited degree. The dynasties are founded, and the pharaohs became the de facto human equivalent to now gone alien gods. Goodbye. They left. 2494 to 2345. During the Fifth Dynasty, the alien craft and artifacts now see more as religious icons are housed in the seven temples, or Re. Let me put this up here so you can see what I see. See what I see. So 2181 BC, collapse of the Old Kingdom. The alien craft are buried under keeper stones inside the temples. These stones can be seen at two surviving Sun Temple sites. You see? This is where it all comes from, 2181 BC to 1842 AD. The temples and alien craft are lost and forgotten under the encroaching sands due to instability brought on by droughts, political upheavals, and various other events following the Dark Period after 2181 to 2055 BC. 1842. Unbeknownst to Carl Richard Lepsius, he discovers the site of what would later be identified as the Sun Temple of Userkaf. No excavations were done at that time. 1882 AD, Egypt Exploration Fund, EEF, was founded. Amelia L. Edwards and Reginald Stewart Poole. 1884 AD, Sir William Matthew Finders Petrie, Egyptologist, expedition to, is it Tanis? New Kingdom. I can't see it because I have to, and you can, but this way, you get to see it. 1886 to 1907 AD, excavations would, and subsequent translations would point out the importance of the Sun Temples, and many minor artifacts are moved by the EEF to Britain and other museums. Although the location of the Sun Temples have not been discovered, presumably a minor alien artifact is discovered at this time that would lead to further interest in the British government into Egypt. 1907 to 1913 AD. It would appear German Egyptologist Ludwig Borchardt, I don't know if I'm saying that right, discovered the significance of the 1842 site, realizing it is one of the Sun Temples of Ra. An expedition is sent to the location of the 1842 overlooked discovery. Remember earlier, they didn't excavate yet. This leads to the discovery of two sites, Nikan Ra, stronghold of Ra, and Shepshapir. I don't know if I'm saying this right at all. Obviously, I'm not. Joy to the heart of Ra. The most likely leads to the first major alien artifacts that are discovered in these expeditions and are moved to Berlin. 1913, that was. 1914 to 1919. Given the profound technological importance of these alien artifacts, British expeditions done under the cover of the Great War occupy Egypt, which leads to the subsequent discovery of the last 5 Sun Temples. Presumably, it is not known at this time that there were only 7 temples. I don't know how to say these, man. Akatir is the horizon of fire. Hotapibre, satisfied is the heart of Ra. Hetepre, the offering place of Ra. Seketre, the field of Ra. Setibre, the favorite place of Ra. There's a lot here. Oh, we're almost done. Let's see. There's God. Oh, here we go. The Treaty of Versailles is used as a bluff, cash or kind, by levying the ridiculous 132 billion gold marks fine to try and pressure the German government to release the alien artifacts in possession. Most likely, the US and France would have split the artifacts. Germany clearly refused, instead taking the financial hit of 132 billion gold marks. The bluff failed and would subsequently lead to World War II. 1919 and 1940 AD. Germany and Britain studied the artifacts, eventually leading to various technological breakthroughs, most likely including the cavity magnetron. It must also have become clear in this time frame that these are indeed alien artifacts. 1940 AD. As Britain fears a German invasion, in desperation, Sir Winston Churchill sends the lead scientist of the artifacts, Sir Henry Thomas Tizard, to the United States to seek aid, payment of which would be technology and evidently at least some of the alien artifacts. This is amazing. This is crazy. The artifacts in 1940 AD are secretly transported on board the CPR liner Duchess of Richmond to Halifax, Canada, under the supervision of Brigadier F.C. Wallace, M.C., British Army, Captain H.W. Faulkner, Royal Navy, Group Captain F.I. Pearson. My eyes is driving me crazy. Oh my God, they all of a sudden started burning. Sorry about that. Oh man. Anyway, Soviets take Berlin, capture the alien artifacts, presumably 2 craft, the Nikan Ray, stronghold of Ra, and the Shebespir, the joy of the heart of Ra, are now in Soviet hands. Subsequent study of the alien artifacts in 1947 eventually gains the U.S. researchers enough understanding to fly the craft. This eventually leads to the infamous Roswell UFO incident, where one of the craft is severely damaged in a crash. Are you believing any of this? Anybody believe any of this? In 1950 AD, Sir Henry Thomas Tizard founds the Flying Saucer Working Party, the FSWP, most likely due to his involvement with the artifacts in the 40s, and also as a response to the uptick in non-terrestrial UFO activity, which can be assumed is in response to testing on the discovered artifacts. 1950 AD, beginning of modern era of non-terrestrial UFO sightings and rapid rise in human technological advancement. Yeah. This thing on? Yeah, I'm sorry I had to put you through that. I thought it was over and it just kept on going. They wind you up and they wind you up and they wind you up and then you just keep going. And you can't stop, because if you stop, they'll just keep winding you up and winding you up. It's starting to take its toll. No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not. Here's a UFO sighting. Typical. It's over Fullerton, California.
Oh my God.
Why does this keep happening to us? You know? See the same things over and over. And then when we see something that's different, that looks good, we don't believe it. This looks like a Chinese lantern that caught fire maybe, or something that is man-made that is triggered to drop shit out. That's on fire.
Oh.
There was a guy I used to work with, and I think I told this short story before. We used to work at a car dealership, and we worked on a strip where there was like 10 dealerships. So what we would do to get customers to come over, if they were on the Toyota lot and we were on the Ford lot, they would get a coffee cup and somehow rig it with matches and a cigarette to burn through. And then when it does, the business cards will drop out of the gondola. It'll break the string, the cup falls over. And what would happen sometimes, the cards would catch on fire. But they don't look like this. They would just fall down. But this could be a Chinese lantern starting to catch fire. Sometimes, you know, they have little candles in the middle. And if that thin paper catches fire, it's done. I don't know if that's here, but we assume it is. We need to do a test on that. Do we need to? No? All right, then I won't. No test. No test for you. What are we doing? Swamp people? Oh, shadow people? Is it time? It is. Shadow people? Well, we're going to do the shadow people. One thing I wanted to do as a YouTuber is to reach out to as many people as possible. I didn't care what you did, if you cared about the paranormal or not, and you wanted to share my channel because you liked what I was saying, or you had another channel that was like this, and we share each other's stuff. And it's always nice to pay it forward, even to people you don't even know and never met. And because of Third Phase of Moon, his friend, and I think it's his girlfriend, his girl, came out with a cooking. I know it's not paranormal, but there's a video I'm going to play here, and they have a cooking channel called Secret Ingredient. Let me see if I got it here. And I wanted just to play their video real quick. His name is Orlando, and I forget her name, and I'm sorry for that. Well, I had it right here. I thought I saved it. That's just the way it's been going. Let's see if I saved it here. Because if I pull up Secret Ingredient, it pulls up another channel called Secret Ingredient. Yep, I didn't save it. It's in my history, so I'll just find it real quick. Hey, thanks for hanging out on Goof On. Tomorrow, I will be putting a video, a premiere up, and it may have 2 stories in it, but it is about a conspiracy I don't think anybody knows about. I didn't know about it. But when you hear about it, you're going to be like, I wish I knew about it. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm getting to the area. So I'll be doing that video, making it tomorrow. And that'll be out. So I don't think I'll be having a live show tomorrow. If I do not make or finish the video for whatever reason, then that'll go out Sunday. I saw the weirdest channel ever. Here, you know what I mean? I don't understand why I can't. I see the bottles. It should be right here. I've been watching a lot of basketball, like street guys that go out and they play basketball really good, but they're not in the NBA. And they go all around the world, and they love these guys, man. One guy called... There we go. This is crazy. Because there's Gecko. Should be right here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I was close. All right. So this is for Orlando. It's his girlfriend. It's her cooking channel, Secret Ingredient. How to make authentic Trinidad Palau recipe, I believe. So for them, here's a little bit of cooking. That's Orlando. Oh, by the way, the video is made by you know who. That's right. Secure Team. No, Third Phase of Moon. You can tell. Oh, wait, do I not have it on? Oh, here it is. What an ass.
Hi everybody, my name is Alita Dale. I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago, but I don't live there anymore. But I love to cook, and I love to cook food from my home. And today I'm going to make a dish for you. I'm here with my partner Orlando and our cat Bentley, and we're going to make you a dish called Palau. So
Orlando was in, I believe, he grew up with the Cousins brothers and was in a few of their movies. And I'm not going to name the movies because I think I'll mess it up, because my memory's not that good. Even if they would have told me yesterday, I don't know if he was in Night Marchers. He could have been.
use this avocado and tomato and cucumber. Yeah. So I just want to tell you a story about this dish that I'm making today called Palau. It is something, I would say it's a national dish of the Caribbean. Definitely it's something that in Trinidad is like our main dish. We eat it at carnival time, we eat it for parties, it's a one-pot dish. People like to go to the river and do a river lime, and they cook on the stove, and that's what I wanted to do. You know, sometimes I miss home, and that's why I just do that. I recreate what it's like to be from home. But Palau is really interesting. So they said that it came from the French islands, but there's also some origins with the Spanish. So the Spanish have paella, right? And there's also pilaf, which comes from, I think, the Middle East.
Well, you can watch the rest of that on Secret Ingredient. And if you like cooking and you're looking for recipes, well, I guess there's a new place for you. It just opened up here on YouTube. Cool. All right. Hey, man, you get a little bit of variety in your life. You know what I mean? It's always nice to have a little variety. Oh, shadow people. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm thinking to myself. All right, let me pull this up. Here's a channel that had some interesting... I'm not gonna. Nah. Tonight's weird. I can't get into the flow. It's very, very tough tonight. It's a very tough night. It's quiet again. Something is off. It's me. I'm second guessing myself. I want to play some videos, but then we got to get political on them, and I didn't want to be political. We've been political since Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Enough already. I know, it's historical. It's history. Okay. Oh God, let's get rid of this. What were we going to do? Shadow people. All right. See? And I didn't even pull that up yet. All right. We talked about this earlier today. Because we were trying to figure out on the alien addict over there, trying to figure out, are they demons? Are aliens and demons linked up somehow? I don't know. I really don't. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say aliens are aliens. Spirits are spirits. And I don't think... you see, okay. That's one thing we talked about. If something moves, is it an alien that is in another dimension right next to you, but you can't see it? They can see you. They're just occupying space, your space in a different dimension. It's kind of like an overlay. Can that alien in the other dimension knock something over like a poltergeist? Hey, Joshua! $5 super chat, Joshua Morphew. You be confident, brother. I will. Thank you for the $5 super chat. You know what that does? Gives me wings. It gives me wings. Did I miss another one? No, okay, good. Isn't it that, though? Isn't it? What did I just say? Huh? What did I just say? They're not. I think they're totally separate. I thought about this after the show. The reason, it's because they're two totally different things. They may have similar abilities, but we don't have that evidence that's repetitive enough. We talked about the evidence that may be taken. Like, where's the good evidence of this stuff? Where is that data that it's repeating itself? Like we talked about earlier. Why do we have a cold spot in the kitchen one time and we come back and it's by the stairs? And then we come back again, there's no cold spot anywhere. Because maybe that cold spot is constantly moving. Maybe because it's what I think. I think that locations, depending on the rocks that they're sitting on, the type of earth that they're near, all that stuff comes into play. Ley lines, rocks, water, running water, salt water, weather. All this stuff can have a factor that affects the paranormal. Or it creates it. It creates it. That's what it is. Swirling. You see on petroglyphs and in cave art, they show the circle getting bigger from inside, right? Or you go the opposite way and it gets smaller. It's a vortex. No? What is it then? Spiral? Spiral, vortex? We don't know. To me, it's telling me that, look, we put this on the rocks for a reason, because we didn't have any pens. So there's vortexes in this area. That's what they're telling you. Or, as some people want to tell you, that it's the star people. They came down, drew on the rocks, said, yo, stay here for, we'll be back in 2,000 years. Do you think they came back and then left? What if they came back and they saw this huge society? They left and it was just cave people. Can you imagine? All they had to do, they only had to be gone, what, a couple thousand years? From the time of Jesus all the way up to 1900. What we do? We farmed everything. There was no industrial shit. Maybe in the late 1800s, right? That's when the steam engine, things run by steam and water. They were figuring out combustion. Right? The car came out. The plane came out. Why? Why did all that? How did we be flying? What was it, 1908? How did we be flying? We'll be right. We be flying. Remember that song? You be illin'. I used to know the words to that. I cannot remember them now. Run DMC, I believe, right? I was a metal rapper. So we were talking about like shadow people and spirits, apparitions. I never saw, well, God, I can't really, honestly, I don't know, man. I do know, but I don't have any proof. I do have that one picture, the video, where you can see a shadow, black shadow, go right in front of the camera lens. Played it here on the show. I've seen things out of the corner of my eyes. And what do they call those things you get in your eyes? Floaties. I always blamed it on that. There's got to be something, and it's always my peripheral. It's always there in the corner because that's where that stuff accumulates. Till you look right at one and you see it duck back where it came from. Or as I've seen it go back into the... I saw it. I looked right at it. I opened up my eyes. I was asleep. I opened it up and I was focused already right on it. And then it just slowly backed away. It looked like... I know it's going to sound dumb. It kind of looked like... the head looked like a hot dog shape. It was big. It looked like maybe it was a head, but it kind of just very broad. And it was very tall. It went all the way up to the ceiling. So I'd have to say 11 feet because 12-foot ceilings. And then I saw it go, and I saw the head go down as it backed into the bathroom. And I saw the light bulbs because I have these light bulbs that are on. And I saw that they were reflecting the light that was barely visible from the kitchen. And I saw them disappear, and it went into the closet. And that's where it stays. That's where the light went out. That's where I had a weird experience in there. So, what are they? Are they aliens? And the reason it doesn't scare me, and you would think I would be frightened, but I'm in severe denial. I don't believe it. I don't believe it's actually happening until I sit there, have a conversation with it. Only then, and then only, will I believe that shadow people are real. For me. I seen something doesn't mean I actually saw correctly. I could have woke up so fast that the image of a head or something, the shape of a human, the upper body, was just in my head. Maybe I was dreaming and I woke up. It was weird. I woke up and there was no grogginess, nothing. I just went boop. I was like, sleeping? Not sleeping. That's not me. I'm a slow eye opener. I like to suck in that morning air. Feel every fiber on that sheet. Right? Meatball? Got meatballs? It's a weird thing. I don't know if it's possible that we got into the Matrix talk. Oh, hey, RC Christian. Hey, $1.99 super chat. Super sticker. Grazie. To one of the best names you could have on the internet. RC Christian. $1.99 super sticker. Thank you very much. I don't know. But I'm not scared. Not scared at all. Huh? Something behind me? No, there isn't. I don't see anything. Just a door. Just a door. What? There's nothing there. What? Look up. Right here? Here? I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, DB Cooper, Mr. DB Cooper 77 with a $5 super chat that says, Ma! Meatballs! COVID. Come on. I want them extra. She made normal meatballs. I don't care. Then give me one less and make them twice as big. Twice as big! There's people who think I actually live with my mother and that I live upstairs, she's downstairs or something. I don't know where they get that from. I don't care if I live with my mother, so what? It's my life. But I don't. I could be on the streets, though. Soon. All right, where are we? What are we doing? Shadow people. Holy crap, we got 75 people here. If I knew we had 75 here, I would have chilled out a little bit. I'm really sorry about this. You guys deserve a lot better. It's all right. Who are we? Shadow people, right. So we were talking about them, and then we started talking about the Matrix. Like, all right, now we're getting to what I like. Because wouldn't it make sense that everything we think of as paranormal, UFOs, ghosts, spirits, and everything else, you throw it in there, throw it in the pot, Doesn't it make sense that it is a Matrix reality? What I want to know is, I don't know. Bigfoot's bothering me a lot. How does Bigfoot fit into this? How does Mothman fit into this? How do any of these cryptids fit in to this world? Do you know how many weird things there have? Now we're talking about there's pterodactyl sightings. Those are back in action. We've got the freaky trumpet noises that they still hear, which I think people are just playing on a speaker in the background, but that's me. Strange owls. Okay, what did I say? Mothman, the rake. We had the Fresno walkers. Remember those things? I love the Fresno walkers. I think that's a fake. It's a hoax. It's a hoax. It isn't what we think it is. But fact or fake tried to debunk it and they couldn't. The Fresno walkers. You don't remember? Hold on. Let me pull that up. Let me pull up a Fresno walker. Because I don't think you remember. You guys are going to get it before me. Here we go. Who can I use here? Okay, we can use this. We'll use this guy. He tried to debunk it, I think, right?
Hey, for the last 2 years, there's been a lot of chatter about a video dubbed the Fresno Nightcrawlers.
Nightcrawlers.
It's a surveillance video from a guy's front yard that shows 2 weird miniature stick figures shuffling across the lawn. Lesser minds have tried and come no closer to solving the mystery, so now I guess it's my turn, huh? Piece of cake. All I have to do is figure out what's happening in an image originally recorded by an off-the-shelf night vision security camera onto a VHS tape, then filmed off a TV screen with a handheld consumer camcorder, dubbed by a TV station, edited into a news show from which it was DVR'd by another person, digitized into a video file, played from a laptop on a projector at a conference where it was filmed from the screen, compressed and uploaded to YouTube. I'm not sure I can swing that. But here's some footage of another Nightcrawler by another house. Actually, once you strip away all the layers of degradation, it's just me sleepwalking with a watermelon as I do from time to time. Oh, and the top half of me is digitally removed, which our old friend's stationary camera made easy. Look, I'm not saying that's exactly what Jose had done. His fetish may be completely different. But a locked-off camera and horrible quality really invite a lot of possibilities for a hoax. I mean, look at them. Really, the only difference between my footage and Jose's is that I didn't accidentally erase my original tape, and I didn't pester Univision on at least 2 separate occasions to get coverage on TV. As for finding out what it really is, well, the footage is just too badly degraded to know. My bet is on the simplest explanation, and cryptic bipedal creatures unknown to science and never before or since seen by anyone is not it. Still, we don't get to make a call. I mean, this last close-up bit at the edge of frame where the creature moves uncharacteristically fast with no motion blur looks completely animated, but still, that doesn't mean we get to know what it really is. Maybe someday. I gotta...
Well, that went by rather quickly. So he didn't debunk it. He didn't debunk it. Oh, I sent you 2 emails with Hitler alien skulls. Did you see or just not respond as usual? Oh, let me take a look. Yeah, here they are. Wow. Let's take a look at these. Who is this from? Oh, the Impossible Channel. Okay, thank you. Yeah, here we go. Let's take a look at these. This looks rather cool. Hey, thank you very much for sending that, by the way. Yeah, I did see it. I wasn't going to do it until Sunday, but I'll play it now. It fits right in. Here we go. I don't know what this is. I haven't watched it. Typical.
The mystery of the strange briefcase and 2 mysterious skulls discovered in the mountains in Russia. Discovered in the mountains.
Okay, I remember this now. Okay.
Of Russia, a strange mysterious briefcase and 2 skulls. According to the journalists of the newspaper Komsomolskaya Pravda and Rossiyskaya Gazeta briefcase, it has written a strange logo on it. This case was recently found in the mountains of Adygea. In the mountains of the Caucasus region of Adygea, they were found 2 skulls belonging to an unknown creature for science with the emblem of the Ahnenerbe, probably the most secret society within the SS, dedicated to the study of the occult and the supernatural forces. According to researchers, it is likely that members of the SS were interested in the mysteries of the ancient dolmens and the causes of high natural radioactivity in the region of Gishing.
What is this? Oh, I see. He's got a wire around it. Okay. So, I think I dismissed this a long time. I mean, when did I find out about this? I thought this was old. Isn't this old? Yeah, 2017. It is interesting, though. I don't remember the details because I think I probably sped read through it.
Ski Canyon. It is also possible that they should seek the Golden Kubanrada, lost somewhere in the region during the Russian Civil War.
I think this was horse, right? Wasn't this horse or maybe alligator? Something like this? No?
1917 to 1923. Researchers have also found a German map of the territory of Adygea, held in 1941, and have been amazed by the accuracy and completeness it is.
Wow.
These found objects have aroused great interest among specialists.
Oh! Look at this! The elongated skull. Oh man, I gotta do more research on this. Well, I don't think I can play the whole thing, but they talk about the briefcase. That's interesting. Oh, shoot. Alright, let's go here. I hate to jump. Oh, right, I remember this. I don't know why I never talked about it.
350 specialists worked. They were experts with a brilliant education, a great scientific career and several degrees. Few know that,
Joshua!
Some years before the war began, specialists in Mountain Roads, a German military construction organization, offered help to the USSR to build the road between Pitsunda and Ritsa, from the Black Sea coast, a nature reserve mountain, now in Abkhazia, allegedly for reasons of international cooperation. After completing the work, the German specialists found a tragic death, as their car plunged into the gap in a curve. Until today, tourists flock to Lake Ritsa through the tunnels built by the Germans.
Wow.
Living water Ritsa. It later emerged that the reasons for building this strategic road were different. It turned out that hydrologists Ahnenerbe had established that the composition of the water taken from a source located in a cave under the Lake Ritsa was ideal for making human blood plasma. The living water from Abkhazia in silver containers was transported first to the coast, then by submarine to the bottom of Constance, and finally by plane to Germany, explains Bormodov, professor of the Department of Economics and Management Companies in Maykop State Technological University. There were even plans to build tunnels for the submarine from the sea to Ritsa, but were interrupted by the war.
This is crazy. Alright, I played a lot. I'm gonna do research on this, and I don't know, I may make this a part of my video for tomorrow. I feel a little bit silly. I don't know, maybe Third Phase knows something about this thing. I remember seeing that Hitler helmet, or whatever the helmet, German helmet on the skull. Very interesting. Yeah, thank you, Niksha. Hold on, let me check one more thing. Oh yeah, these are the pictures of it. Oh, this is great. Yeah, okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got everything I need out of that. Thanks again. I'm going to make that part of my, and Mary, I got to get to Mary. All right. Yes, Mary is not going to go out today. Yeah, I've got a couple of sightings here from people and interesting moon anomalies. Hold on, there's some news coming in here. Yes. Yeah, I'll play that another day. Yep, I saw that, B. Baker. That is huge. Yep, I sent that out too. Alien contact made. Yeah, can't. Oh, by the way, the big sister, you know, the one on Twitter, all aliens exist, all things exist. She made a YouTube channel, and now she's talking to aliens through her version of CE5. She's trying to make money now on YouTube. She thinks she can do it now. For a year and a half, she's been talking about these ridiculous cameras she has on her windowsills, videotaping the outside when nobody's around. Everybody's in bed, but these cameras are going to record anomalous stuff. It's all shit falling out of the trees, bugs, you know, it's all bullshit. But anyway, I don't know what I was going to say after that. Oh, Biden's delivering a... Oh, he already did? Let's see what Biden's doing.
We don't have a final declaration.
Let's see what's going on with the old Biden. He says, the first thing he says is, we don't have a declaration yet. No winner yet.
A victory yet, but the numbers tell us it's clear. Tell us a clear and convincing story. We're going to win this race. Just look at what has happened since yesterday.
Hey, thank you very much, Walter. Walter Subcheck, thank you for that $10 super chat. Thank you, my guy. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I take back the my. No, I'll leave the my guy out here. My guy's good. It's not a bad thing. It's just not something I would normally say. Anyway, back to the video. Thank you very much. Stupid.
24 hours. We were behind in Georgia. Now we're ahead.
Because we found 800 million votes. They just came in after hours.
And we're going to win that state. 24 hours ago, we were behind in Pennsylvania.
But we snuck in just enough votes to take over there. See, the problem is, if they stopped counting when they were supposed to, Trump wins easily.
We are going to win Pennsylvania. And now we're ahead, but we're winning in Arizona.
Do you think he faked that he was stuttering around? Because lately, since the election, he's been speaking eloquently. Have you noticed? Watch this. You won't get one gaffe.
We're in Nevada. And in fact, our lead just doubled in Nevada. We're on track to over 300 electoral college votes. And look at the national numbers. We're going to win this race with a clear majority of the nation behind us. We've gotten over 74 million votes. Let me repeat that. 74 million votes. That's more than any presidential ticket has ever gotten in the history of the United States of America.
And 68 million of them were legit. Gosh.
And our vote total is still growing. We're beating Donald Trump by over 4 million votes. And that's a margin that's still growing as well. One of the things I'm especially proud of is how well
I can speak.
We've done across America. And we're going to be the first Democrat to win in Arizona in 24 years.
Look at that freaky-ish smile.
We're going to be the first Democrat
so
to win
fake.
in Georgia in 28 years. And we've rebuilt the blue wall in the middle of the country that crumbled just 4 years ago. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, the heartland of this nation. I know watching these vote tallies on TV moves very slow, and as slow as it goes, it can be numbing. But never forget, the tallies aren't just numbers. They represent votes and voters, men and women who exercise their fundamental right to have their voice heard. And what's becoming clear each hour is that record number of Americans of all races, faiths, religions chose change over more of the same. They've given us a mandate for action on COVID, the economy, climate change, systemic racism. They made it clear they want the country to come together, not continue to pull apart.
But that's what the Democrats did. They tore it apart. Tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not. They tore it apart. Trump didn't do anything wrong. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I'd never seen anything like it. I'll say it here, I'll say it now. I'm an independent. I don't give a shit about party. I go with the person that's making the most sense, something I'd like to see. I didn't see Trump was a racist at all. Nobody could prove that he was a racist. I didn't see that he was a Nazi, not at all. A xenophobe, not at all. He didn't build the cages. Joe built the cages. Trump was against war. All the Democrats did in Obama was there were more wars under Obama than any other president. And we ran out of bombs. That's how much bombing was done. We ran out of them. That's why when Trump came in, he turned around the economy, the best it's been in 50 years, 51. I didn't see Trump doing any of the things that they said he would. No collusion with Russia. Quid quo pro, whatever the frig you call it. Joe was caught on camera saying that did the quid quo pro thing. Not Trump. Nobody here can prove me out, tell me I'm wrong on anything I just said. That's what's scary. Because they created the hate. I couldn't play this thing without interrupting and saying my I can't be quiet. And Trump won't concede. I don't think he will. I wouldn't. If he's up by 4 million votes, because didn't Hillary have 3 million more votes than Trump, but he had the electoral votes? Crushed it. It's just weird how when you're supposed to stop counting, they kept counting. No, you got to count all the votes. There was so much. And if you don't know about the corruption, it's out there. That's all I'm going to say. I said it all.
The people spoke. More than 74 million Americans.
Now he's repeating. All right. That's a sign of dementia. Well, here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to watch politics for at least 4 years. Because there's nothing in... I'm going to hear about it, but I just don't agree. I don't even know what their policies are. All I know is if Biden became president, we're going to have another lockdown. Shit's going to get real ugly. The economy's... It's starting to come back. Right now, the economy is better than any of the 8 years Obama was in office, and we're in the middle of a pandemic. That's how good it's doing under Trump. You'll see. You'll see. Sad. That's just the way it goes. You win some, you lose some. Nothing we could do. Nothing we can do. Do you think Biden is for disclosure? How would Biden? I've never heard him talk about UFOs, have you? Has anybody? How would a president like Biden? Maybe now we can't. Maybe Hillary was supposed to get in there and get all that UFO information, right? Here it says Biden won't do anything. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, how would you believe him? You can't believe anything. I remember after Obama was elected in 2008, one of the prominent ufologists, I don't know, Grant Cameron, said Obama, being the first black president, not coming from a privileged background, would become the disclosure president. I think it was Grant Cameron. Wasn't it? I think it was. Trump doesn't give a shit. Trump does not care about UFOs. That's why I made that silly video going out to Tucker Carlson. I just had enough. Talk to us. Talk to the people. We'll tell you the truth, Tucker. We'll tell you the truth, big guy. You want to know the truth? We'll tell you the truth. The aliens are here, right? They've been here. And they're not going anywhere. And they control every... Now, you can't say that when you go on... You can't say that. What would Tucker Carlson ask me? Rich, you wanted to come on my show and tell me you have the truth about aliens. What is the truth? Me? I mean, me? What is the truth? That's the question I'm going to have to ask if I go on that Tucker Carlson thing. I don't know if it's going to happen, but what would it be? They live amongst us? No. Trump hasn't talked about disclosure at all. People asked him, what are you going to do? I'm going to look into it. He never looked into it. What is this? I got a message. Is my, wait a second. Was the stream cutting out tonight? Was it bad? Did something go on with the stream? I got a message here saying that I think it was bad. Because it happened last night too, I noticed. Right in the middle of the show. Everything went blurry. Did that happen? Does anybody remember? Because to me, everything's always working on my end. X-Files Espionage TV's here. Welcome to the show. I know there's like a 15-second delay, so I have to wait. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, I don't think Biden is going to think about it. But if Biden makes it through the first 4 years, I don't see him talking about... Is it blurry now? Well, that makes me a little sad, if it is. Very pixelated. All right. Well, that's a sign. That's a sign then. Let's just go. Yeah, let's just go. Yeah. Yeah, I started that. I don't care. Whoa, what happened? That was weird. I wish I could share what just happened. All right. Well, it was blurry for a while. I don't know what's going on, man. But that's it for tonight. I want to thank everybody for coming out here to goof on. Thank you, moderators, super chatters, veterans, and newcomers alike. We'll be back tomorrow with a premiere either a premiere or I'm going to be live, same time, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I might have an interview tomorrow if I don't do a premiere. But I want to thank everybody. I think Third Phase might have something coming up, so keep your eyes up to the skies with that. And thank you very much. I hope you guys have a good weekend, even if I see you in the next day or two. Good night, everybody. And if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. Oh. All right, we'll get out of here then. Got to turn that up. All right. See you later.